Hey, Adam. Hey, Adam. Hey, Bill. James B, g'day. Mark, g'day. Mark Osborne says, good rant video, Bill. Absolutely good rant video. Squirrel. Wombat. Yeah. Hey, Chirp. James B, the Shed Shop, g'day. Peter Noddle, hello. Work should be illegal, that's correct. Stuart Hingston, g'day. Sorry to hear you're sick. Chirps. Tequila's good, or rum. A big bottle of rum and you drink it till you can't see the bottle and go to sleep. Fix anything. Especially common cold. Especially common cold. You get rum. Bundaberg rum and preferably Australian rum, but I mean spiced rum will do at a pinch. And you you sit the bottle on the end of the bed and you drink it till you can't see the bottle. Then that kind of fixes it by morning or whenever you happen to wake up. David, g'day. Sorry, Chip. Stuart Hingston's turning the heater on. They won't be turning the heater on here. Anyway, what's up? What's happening? Not very much here. I did put a video up this week. That's a bit amazing. There'll be another one, but it might not be for a couple of weeks because hopefully, if all goes well, I'll get the sign, at least one of the signs on the truck, probably both of them lit it up on Sunday afternoon. I reckon it's a pretty quick job. But it's going to be a week before I even get time to even look at actually editing anything. So I'm waiting for Dan actually, but don't know how he's going to turn up. He probably isn't. Anyway, guy got in touch with me and said, how many nuts do you want? When I said, where do I buy Whitworth nuts? And he made me these, which is a pretty awesome effort. So this chair squeaks, and I really apologise for that. I can try and do something about finding another one before long. There's an odd 8mm bolt in there too. I'm not sure that's particularly useful. Anyway. Down in Tamworth. I asked him how much. He said, send me a $50 note to the return address. So I did. Hopefully he gets that soon. Dan, what'd you miss? Not very much. So these are full height. They're a fraction big. like not very much, but just a fraction big, because these are 1.8". And Whitworth, being the dog size, is 1.1 inch, which is 25 thou smaller on across the flats. Which means that they're a tight fit in the spanner. So they might get a touch on the linear, but probably not. I think we'll just live with it. So there's 6 of these to go on the bearings. 2 on the top of that one, and 2 on the bottom of that one, and 2 on the top of the other one. They're 5/8 Whitworth. And some lock nuts to go this way up. Because I'm the one spending the money, so I get to say. Just waiting for a reaction on that one. Look, I posted on Facebook because it's a matter of amusement to me, I guess, that there are 2 ways to organise these lock nuts, and either way is perfectly acceptable, really. The theory is that if you put the little nut, the jam nut, if you put the jam nut on the bottom and torque it up about 50%, then you put this on the top and you torque it up all of it, then they're locked together. And this one's carrying all the load. Right? And holds everything tight and stops this one coming undone. Right? All this does is lock, is hold against the bottom and stop this turning. If you put it up this way, right, and torque that one down full torque, and then put this one on so that this one doesn't come undone, then that sort of works. But you find that this one is carrying as much or more of the load than this one. And what you also find is that they vibrate loose, according to a couple of exploratory videos that I watched. So the practical and approved practice way is to put them this way up. The scientific and theoretical way is to put them this way up. So I don't know. I don't think these are particularly robust nuts, to be honest. So I don't know what this is made out of, but I wouldn't torque it up to anything particularly tight. I'd torque it up until everything's flat. Anyway, we've got lock nuts for the saw bench bearings. So they're all up to standard and nice and new and nice, whereas the old ones were a bit ordinary and half missing, and some of them were square, and some of them were oversized square with a small nut on top and all sorts of things there. So this will make everything tidied up. Hey, Journeyman Randy. But they're pre-war Whitworth size, which changed, and everything moved down one size during World War II. They did have character, Dan, absolutely, but we're going to try and do away with as many square nuts as we possibly can on machines. It's my mission. Someone asked about the roller. Roller's all together. In fact, we're planning a road run next weekend. Hopefully there'll be some video of it if I get to do it. Pretty excited about that. Chirpy, yes, got a place here, which is pretty well permanent, and I'm really pleased about that. It's pretty awesome. Get a workshop done, I'll do a bit of a tour. We're slowly getting workshop back together, but it's not going to be a quick thing, to be honest. Hence this drawing board's back in place. So now, Dan, while you're here, this is what I think, right? Chirpy, there's some things have moved in already. I've got a D-bit grinder on a cabinet out there. Slowly. I don't know what's in this tin. It's probably got skin on it, inch thick. No, it hasn't. Look at that. What about that colour? Kevin, g'day. That's one option, right? That's process blue. I really like that. This isn't shabby either, right? Here's another option. Dan's not sold on blue. Okay. Right. This is peacock blue. Another option, right? Could do with a stir, that one. It needs to be shabby, yeah, but it'll be nice. It needs to be clean too and tidy. Won't look terrible. Right. This is cool crimson. There's probably enough in the bottom of this tin to do something with. Right? It's got about 5 layers of skin on it. Anyway, I reckon I can do something with any of these colours. Everyone is biased against chartreuse, yes. The red's not going to be terrible. This is a nice product. This is Vipon's Sign Enamel. This is made in Australia. You won't see this in America. We've got some yellow. How about yellow? Right. Plenty of yellow. Hey, Nigel. Except I think it's probably a while since. The yellow's not terrible. A little bright, the yellow, yes. What about this? The orange isn't doing it for people. Okay. I don't understand. But anyway. Don't understand. Yellow with the red outline sounds like a good plan. Right, job's done. I'm disappointed you're not picking that blue because I think that'd look awesome. But anyway, we'll go with yellow. I just think the blue blends in nicer with the green in the truck. But maybe that's just me. I got paint all over me. The blue's kind of close to Dexter blue, I guess. Don't know. Anyway, I think we're going with yellow with a red outline. What colour will your overalls will be? Probably orange. That's what I was thinking, is that any overalls that Dan's ever likely to put on will probably be orange. Or in Australia, black and white stripe. Come on, nice colour. It's sort of a petrol blue, to be honest. It's process blue, it's called. This week on Orange is the New Black. It's a bit telling, Dan. Anyway, if we go yellow and maybe crimson around the outside, we could just put I was just thinking we could put a label maker label on it. Bill's coming around to the blue. Yeah, I'm coming around to the blue too. I think the blue's the answer, but I'm not that person who's going to be driving the thing. I don't own the truck, so we'll go with blue. We put a Steve Jordan label on that just says truck. That's the answer. We put it on the front. It's when you put it, say when you put it on the shelf, you can tell what it is and get it down straight away. That's why you put truck on it. a horse down by mistake, it makes for a really painful sort of a day trying to get him back up again. I'm just saying. Anyway, that's covered that. We appreciate his contact, Dan. We really do. So that's where we're at. Very good tool reviews. He must have some good content because everyone knows who he is and everyone watches it. It's the price of celebrity. It's a real truck. It's a Bedford M model, 1946, 1947, 1948, something like that. It's a real truck, 6-cylinder petrol, 4-speed box and 3-speed in overdrive. Tip tray, all that stuff. Gimbers Alec, g'day. Maybe that's what you should do. Put donkey on it. And then probably fix the brake problem. You know you want a donkey. I know Sam wants a donkey. In fact, I'm really surprised you haven't got one yet. Anyway, this is the best I can do with sharing a picture of the truck. So there we go. A donkey on back order, and she really doesn't want one. I don't know. I think she does. That's how I'm feeling about it. The door fell off. Anyway, in this picture, it looks pretty tidy. I don't like the white rear wheels. I don't like the white grille. Anyway, there we go. That's awesome, Kimber. Look, there's a tin of this colour, right, as opposed to the as opposed to this colour, which is just yellow, right? Vipons don't have a whole lot of that doesn't do anything any justice. Vipons don't have a lot of like adventurous paint naming skills. Have this colour, it's orange, and this colour, which is yellow, and they have a black and they have a red, which is the same colour as the underside of the canopy on the roller. They have a purple, which is a really nice deep purple, and a white. Have a blue and a green. But the truck's pretty tidy. That's the inside. It's a lot tidier than it looks. Oh gosh. We did have a bit of a look inside the gearbox. Just to make sure all the gears were actually in the box. Anyway, so that's what Dan's sort of working on in between. That's not actually a project, that one. I'm not sure he's going to go with black and gold leaf around the letters. I don't know. Got into third with no brakes. That's all right. Getting it in back to second. Getting it back to second with no brakes is more fun. So, I went down there, 2 weeks ago, something like that, to do productive stuff on the truck, and I don't think we got much productive stuff done, but we had some fun. Dan says he's got some cladding back on the Marshall too. I think I've got a picture of that. There we go. Marshall's looking good with some Gladden back on it. It looks really quite smart. That's Dan's steam engine. Just going to run the big sawmill when it's all going. Should have some parts, I hope, to take down on this weekend. Whether they'll actually be at a point where we can drop them all in and bolt it up, I don't know, but probably probably not. But anyway, we can sort of see how it all looks. Anyway, it's where we're at. Still some study happening. Very, very, very minimalistic sort of study. Actually, I'm not a studier, to be honest. I'm not a student really. But anyway, we'll get there. For Bill, we queried on this on my Paul, on my video this morning. This is a pounce wheel. It's not a particularly good pounce wheel for this application. It's all right on a hard surface, but on corrugated cardboard it cuts a bit deep. Because it's got sharp corners in the bottom as well as the top of the teeth. If you hit that with a little square file and put flats all around it, down level with the root diameter of that particular of the teeth, then it would be less inclined to go any deeper than that, so you wouldn't end up with like cuts in the actual tracing paper. Am I using a tripod? Yes, I've got my camera mount finally going. Just to be honest, everything's been in storage, so all the plastic's all crumbly, so I've had to reprint everything. Use leather underneath, it's a good idea, but just a sheet of decent cutting mat or something's as good as anything. I just use corrugated cardboard, which is cut a bit deep in places. Not sure if they're ideal for laying out leather holes because you don't get vertical up and down holes. Fab at work generally uses a punch with multiple teeth on it in a row. I have another one of these which is much better, which actually has round pins in an aluminium disc and a proper real bearing in it. That's quite a good thing. It's quite a well-made thing, and I bought it from probably Signwriter Supply, and it was quite expensive, but it's in storage somewhere, so I don't know. This one's just a Spotlight or Haberdashers Supplies one. Jeez Louise, it's 25 to 9 already. Yeah, you can use a spur, I think, too, if you really wanted to. Actually, if anyone sees one, I'd really like an Electropants machine, which is basically a spark machine that puts a row of holes at the end of a wand through a paper. Bill, a person like you would be able to make some chisels for laying out leather stitching. I don't know, but I imagine that you'd be more than capable of doing that and making something nicer than most people can. So it's about all that's really happened this week, to be honest. I have moved the machine in. I've moved the D-bit grinder in. That's about it, though. And a few hand tools and things. Nothing particularly serious. I've got to get probably my Kennedy box. I'm going to clean it out and sort of reshuffle it around and put some measuring tools and some hand tools in it. And bring that next, I think. So, D-bit grinder's here because I know I've got some jobs to do. Laura Lorch will be here this month. I'm away for this week. I'm sort of busy with work and really can't be honestly really haven't got what it takes to load it in the back of the ute this week, in the back of the van and unload it at this end. Probably it's this week. Next week I'm away. We've got a boiler attendance course. Week after that's about when it'll happen, to be honest. And probably Laura and probably a workbench and some other junk. So there we go. What's everyone else making? Who's making videos? It's another one from Osnox. I saw that. One from Bill on building a ramp. I've watched some of that. There's nothing from Dan. He's got lots to share and no time to share it. What else did I see? Actually, I'm pretty slack. There was a Kim Bazalik video. I saw that. Stuart sorting out books. I've got to do that too. New experimental part of MCO Lathe. That sounds interesting, James. Are you doing next Wednesday night as you're away? Yeah, why not? Why not? Maybe. Yeah, Wednesday night should be doable. Shouldn't be a problem at this stage. Oh, yes, you've got a Derbyshire. That's a pretty good machine. It's just a straight WW pattern lathe. Is it an 8mm lathe or is it a 10mm lathe like most Derbyshires were? I was interested to know that, but I haven't watched the video and I apologise for that. Might go and watch it tonight. Nigel, it'd be good to see. How's the locomotive build going? This, by the way, is a pretty lousy can opener, to be honest. It's got too much kick in it and too sharp a teeth. Once the teeth turning out and it wants turning around, it wants straightening out a bit. But apart from that, it's a can opener. Sequence. So it's probably a cheap Chinese can opener. Big projects around the house, Nigel. Sounds exciting. Anyway, I haven't got a lot more to offer, to be honest. I'm fairly full on day to day, mostly quoting and dealing with electronics, in particular solar powered watches, and not the world's most wonderful things to work on, and not my favourite by any means, but it seems to be what I do all the time. Quoted on a few of them and organised an order so tomorrow we can fix a few of them. But yeah, not my favourite thing, solar powered watches. Keep an eye out for Winky's Workshop, that's fair. I don't think that colour yellow will be too bright, Dan. I really don't think so. I think that'll be nice. It's a good solid yellow. Anyway, what can we help with? We're good with questions. Like I always say at work, I'm good with questions. It's answers that I really am not good at. If you don't expect answers, we're good with questions. Yep, that's Robbie. He's in Adelaide. The epitome of antisocial. No, he's not. He's just a bit. He tends to keep to himself a bit. It's very difficult to get him interested in doing things with other people. Bill's actually spelt his YouTube handle correctly without looking it up, which I'm impressed about, because I would have had to look it up. I have eaten possum, but it's not really the answer, to be honest. There are more palatable things out there in the bush than possum, and a lot of things that are less likely to kill you shooting them and getting rid of catching them too. Doesn't really taste like chicken. I've never ever tasted a possum that tasted like chicken. That's a stretch, to be honest. I think that's a tall story. You gotta be careful. Yeah, possum doesn't taste much like chicken. In fact, there's not very many native animals in Australia that do taste like chicken. Swan tastes a bit like turkey. If you pressure cook back, if you pressure cook Black Jay or Currawong, it still doesn't taste like chicken, but it's edible. Platypus is like duck, except you can get. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if eating platypus is really, really a good thing. Rat tastes a bit like chicken. But yeah, the only thing that tastes like chicken is chicken. Native hen, Tasmanian native hen doesn't really taste like chicken. In fact, Tasmanian native hen probably tastes a bit like Bill, I would imagine. There's yowies near you. There's been sightings near you. You've just got to lay in wait. You were swimming in the swimming hole, Dan, where the yowie sighting was. So maybe I'm not saying that there's not a yowie. I'm just saying that maybe someone got it mixed up. For American listeners, there's a thing called a yowie. Also a bunyip, which is probably the same thing. I don't think there's any real actual descriptive videos or anything out there to tell you exactly what a yowie looks like or a bunyip. But they're definitely very scary things. And people see them all the time. Especially across the top of New South Wales. Yowies and bunyips are not the same thing, apparently. It's like saying werewolves and Bigfoot aren't the same thing. I don't know. I really don't understand. Pretty sure if anyone tells me they've eaten a bunyip, I'm going to probably acknowledge they're a liar. Bunyips live in a billabong. Well, where on earth do yowies live? In a tree? A swamp creature. There you go. Bunyip is a swamp creature. I said we'll learn a lot. Yeti isn't a Bigfoot either, yeah. Near bridges. Because that's the only yowie sighting. Anywhere near Dan was near the bridge, and that was only near the bridge because the bridge was near the road. And it was only near the road at that point of the bridge because whoever was that stoned enough to drive home and see a yowie was too scared to cross the rickety bridge. And that's where they stop for the night. I know this. So that's the logic behind them living near bridges. Witchetty grubs kind of taste like... Yeah, what do witchetty grubs sort of taste like? They're mealy. Mealy. Apparently the Yeti exists. You don't confuse it with drop bears. Also seen near bridges, near roads. Anyway, apparently they all exist, but I'm not as 1,000% sort of convinced. Here's Rustenux. Good morning. Peanut butter for witchetty grubs? Do you dip them in, or what do you do? Yeah. Try. Hey, Paul. You're just in time to hear about the Triantiwani gongolope, which is a creature that you don't hear as much about as you used to. Awesome, David. The Yeti. James B, come to Australia. We'll get you some local stuff. We'll dress it up so it's not disgusting. Go and see Bill even, and he'll get you some local stuff that you can't dress up though it's not disgusting. Yeah, Triantiwani. Triantiwani gongolope. The bush cooking segment. James P is going to come to Australia, and we're going to buy it. We're going to make him some stuff. Him and his wife when he gets married. Come over for your honeymoon, and we'll buy. You can do the big tour, and we can get you some local delicacies in each place. Yeah, roadkill doesn't really count because he lives in Tasmania. And some of the real delicacies in Tasmanian food you can't hit with a car, like the native hen. You've got to, you have to chase it pretty hard in a car or a motorbike to actually hit one because of the speed that they travel. Really bizarre animal. And yeah, not something you can catch. But certainly not something you can eat if you do catch or shoot one. Native hen's not a terribly good sort of a food source. They're a bit like a crow. They've got a Don't ask me how I know this. They've got a bile sac in their throat, in their gizzard. And if you damage that in any way, shape, or form and it spills or splits before you can actually skin them and get it out, the meat's green and pretty much inedible. Crows are the same. A black jay doesn't have the same detail, or a currawong, or whatever you want to call it. It's an interesting point of difference. Bin chickens around here everywhere. I guess no one gets hungry enough to eat them, but they're pretty easy to catch, I believe. Definitely need more likes. We're training dribbling here. Bin chickens do not chase like chicken. You put them in the oven with a brick, and when the brick's cooked, you eat a brick, and you use the bird as fish bait. That's right. Emu's all right. Bit gamey, but all right. Nothing wrong with emu. Hi, Frank Ward from Walla Walla, Washington. So, bin chicken is the eastern ibis. Is that the correct name for a bin chicken? If you want to Google bin chicken, you might find bin chicken, but if you Google Queensland bin chicken, you might find the eastern ibis. It's a bit of a plague bird here. Don't know where they come from, but they hang around beaches and KFC car parks and things. Must be getting on for mutton bird time. Someone can send me some salted birds if you like. Actually, a feed of fresh mutton birds would be really awesome, actually. Someone's got an outside barbecue, they don't mind stinking up the neighbourhood. Cook them on a grill. And they're all right. You can eat 2 or 3 of them if you let the grease drip out of them, and they're not too salty. But yeah, there's a lot of things like that. It's interesting that people would actually try things. Like, who went round and picked out all the mushrooms and decided which ones were safe to eat and which ones weren't? Like, what sort of a job was that? We don't have native hens here, and that's a really bizarre bird. They do something like 70 mile an hour or something like that. They go with crazy speed. And native to Tasmania. They call in groups, which is, if you look up Tasmanian native hen call, you'll understand what that is. But they call in synchrony. I guess that's what you'd say. It's really a strange thing to listen to. They keep time with each other. So if you've got one native hen, it goes ong, 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 ong. And if you've got 2 native hens, you've got a continuous noise, because the other one does it at the times that there's actually nothing happening. So you've got a 2-tone sound. Anyway, that's neither here or there. Someone might be interested in that pretty useful information. But there you go. Yeah, and they don't run straight. That's another really bizarre thing about them. Yeah, the Tasmanian native hen doesn't run straight. It runs at right angles to each other. Um, so they're almost impossible to catch. And if you don't kill them clean, then the adrenaline in the meat sort of makes them pretty tough. Thanks for that, James P. I really appreciate that. I don't know how many people have ever tried to knock a yowie over with the car. I just don't know. But I know that every adolescent child on a motorbike in Tasmania has tried to run over a native hen. And I haven't heard of a lot of instances where anyone actually did it. Rocky trained with the wrong bird. That's exactly right. But anyway, someone gets me pictures of a yowie, I might believe it. This is so easy. Hey, thanks for joining in. Sometimes when we haven't got anything exciting to share, we just dribble. And I really apologise for that, but it's awesome to hear you here. Yeah, don't try and wrestle an emu. Emu will mess you up. Yeah, mess you up worse than a kangaroo. Wombat will also mess you up. Wombat's a strange animal, to be honest. Licking cane toads. And Major had a dog that used to lick cane toads. Lick cane toads. That was a bit strange. He used to have to take him to the vet about every couple of months. Completely out to it. Wombats also have an impenetrable skin. If you skin one, this is a bit off colour, but if you do skin one, use a bike pump to do it, like one of those beach ball attachments for a compressor or a bike pump to skin the animal. And then they have a cut-proof leather, which makes a very good sawmill apron or a chainsaw apron. Just for, but wombat's a bit like a big rock with feet. Elephants are worse than the owies, probably. Tom, mate, here. G'day. Good to see you. $30.06. Yeah, that's what he means. I'm just silent here because I'm just reading the comments. It has been a while, Tom. Good to catch up. Hope you're doing all right. You got a big date set yet? Tom, okay. Everyone always asks that. Well, I'm sure she's really nice. And you're a bit of a catch, so you'll be fine. Plenty of money and all that stuff. Anyway. Anyway, I stole all his YouTube charm. That's very true. I didn't see any videos from Tom. So next week will probably be Yowie edition. I need to watch Bill's video too. Tom's actually a moderator. There's a couple of them. Peter Noddle's a moderator too. He's got a little spanner beside his name. If you get messy, these guys will take you down. He's awesome. It's as simple as that. Anyway. Tritch 4, Mike from Cornwall. Good day. Good to see you. Anyway, I got not much else to cover, really. There's not a whole lot more to say. I think we decided on the bright blue, and yeah, just anything that's suspect, just show it and we'll talk it up. Next week I will be at Dan Shed for boiler attendance course. Probably dog tired and exhausted, and it'll be stinking hot. New video for Kim Bazalik. I have to go and watch that one too. But we will probably, if I can bod some internet off someone, we might have a live stream. I'll take the gear anyway, and we'll have a wander around and a bit of a look at stuff. State of the roller and all that stuff. Yeah, everything's sort of sorted. Nuts to colours to eat and road kill. Yeah, we kind of not a whole lot to really talk about, but we managed to fill it in. Anyway, I might call it. Work gets in the way for all of us, but anyway, I finished for the day. I might watch Bill's video and I might watch Kim Bazelik's video and have a look and see what else. Tom Make here doesn't turn up very often, but when he does, he's invaluable. So you should check out his channel too. Anyone who's new here, go and check him out. Any of these guys who chat probably make pretty decent videos, so go and subscribe to them all, and maybe they'll make some more. Rabbit Holes Extra. Tom's halfway through a video. Anyway, good to see you, David. Everyone else, we've decided on the bright blue. Ready to go. I might call it. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and really appreciate you catching up with everyone. And there must be other people that watch that don't tune in or don't comment, but absolutely send a comment and we'll talk to you. It's awesome to catch up on people. Find out a little bit about you all and get to know you. So anyway, I'm out. Be kind to each other, and more soon. Everyone, Peter, is sitting at the TV and too lazy to get up and go and press the like button. Anyway, we'll catch ya.